Greetings, sports fans. Welcome back after Super Bowl 55, where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have conquered the former Dallas Texans, who are now the Kansas City Chiefs. Going to Chapter 6 in the Romero-Hall textbook, we are becoming action researchers. We have to learn how to become action researchers and then in turn teach other students and pupils, hopefully in the future, how to become action researchers. That's our job. A growing number of educational technology programs offering doctorate in education have increased in recent years. With the inspiration of the Carnegie Project on the education doctorate, the initiative established in 2007 to redesign the Doctor of Education degree to prepare scholarly practitioners. Scholarly practitioners should possess abilities to analyze this situation in his or her specific contexts, design, development, and implement an appropriate innovation to address the problem. The practitioners should also evaluate the effectiveness and impact of the innovation in action research, dissertation, and practices to secure a signature pedagogy. A signature pedagogy reflects the essential method of teaching and learning to prepare students. Signature pedagogy provides the new knowledge, skills, and attitudes novices require to be enculturated into their future profession. You said it, attitude. It is your attitude, not your aptitude, that determines your altitude. And that's just how life is. Coming in handy with knowledge and skills. Going into action research. Action research is generally described as a systematic inquiry toward one's practice to enhance his or her practice. But it is also defined as a collaborative inquiry process in which people can take systematic actions to get a handle or have control over their situations and formulate effective solutions to problems we face in public and professional lives. Action research is also described as a 4-stage model, including planning, acting, developing, and reflecting. Very important. That's a lot of stuff there. Researchers contextualize problems or practice with an established body of research literature and develop a research plan during the planning stage. Another characteristic of action research is that it reflects a collaborative process and it involves others who have a stake in the problem under investigation. So you have similarities, you have people that have similarities, they have these needs to research this particular field or whatnot, or obtain this information and do research. They all have something in common. They have a stake in the investigation. Action research experiences can involve student alignment research concerning their paradigms and position, quantitative and qualitative methods. So this gets into describing action researchers, their experiences, whether they get involved in quantitative or qualitative research, considering their models, and so forth. Research, helpful research and data sites, websites. Going to get into these. StatCrunch.com, apparently a very helpful crunching data site to help action researchers. www.mendeley.com. I hope I pronounced that correctly. That's another interesting website to aid action researchers in what they are doing. JASP, this is an interesting site that allows researchers to involve themselves within, with statistics and variables. It's an open source software, and its visual interface does not require programming. So very interesting there. These are all helpful in aiding individuals conduct action research. As far as literature is concerned, literature in action research. Using the literature involves contextualizing and justifying the problem of practice, providing theoretical framework for the research, and informing the innovation design. Researchers commonly adhere to asking questions that involve evaluating a policy or initiative that is already in place, implementing and evaluating an issue or problem to make appropriate and contextualized recommendations to address the problem. So basically, the questions that researchers involve themselves with, they want to involve evaluating a policy or an initiative that's already in place, but they want to also implement an evaluation or intervention that's designed by the student, or like a model. They want to, being an action researcher, they want to describe, a current issue or problem, and make appropriate contextualized recommendations to address that particular problem. Gauging success. This is using accurate data samples in your model, different methods to achieve success. You gauge success, people use surveys to gather data and accurately record the data, and thus accurately make a precise determination or conclusion of the data that they gathered. I hope that this was an informative lecture over Chapter 6. Thank you for coming.